It is a beautiful Tuesday morning here on Morning Rush. And of course, as you have seen, our resident bookworm, Audrey, is with us this beautiful morning. Hey, Audrey, how are you?
Hey, Candice. Candice loves the rain.
Yes, I do. So much.
Yeah.
So much peace. This is our last Tuesday before Christmas, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, what are you doing for Christmas?
I'm just going to spend the day with my girls.
Oh, I
inside
love
the
that.
house, cooking, bonding, binging, watching movies.
That sounds like a really good plan. Tell me something. Christmas is normally the time where, everybody feels like they want to come to somebody's house or they want to go to somebody's house. Is it okay to say no?
You know what? I was reading somewhere where it was saying you need to normalize saying no, I can't do this. No, I'm not available. And also just to say no, and you don't even have to explain yourself.
Yeah.
Even if you're going to spend the day in your bed, you don't have to explain to people what you'll be doing.
It's your choice.
Yes.
It's really up to you.
It's allowed.
I definitely agree with that. Look, if you are trying to impose yourself on somebody, don't do it. Just stay home. Create memories with your kids, your family. And then if you get invited, you also can still say no, yeah, if you don't want to go.
Yes.
Yeah, don't lie and say, my car broke down, because then they'll give you a solution and you're stuck. So just also say, really today I just wanted to take a break, so I don't think I'll be leaving the house. You can always find polite ways of declining that are honest, and then don't hurt the other person's feelings.
Yes, but like we said, we have to normalize it. But currently, society and all that, we're not allowed to do that.
We're allowed. We're allowed. Anywho, so today, talking books, we are looking at A Web of Lies by Yvonne Ndove. Fiction, fact?
Fiction.
Oh, tell us about this one.
So maybe I'll share a bit of background about Yvonne. Yvonne, she's a mother of 2 teenagers, and she's a registered nurse.
Oh.
Yeah. So you can tell why I'm mentioning this fact is when she's writing. She's an amazing writer, by the way. Yes, definitely in the top 10 of my books for this year. This one. So she does bring out the medical terms, like you find in the opening scene, we've got Kuda, a young person who's had a fall and developed temporary amnesia.
Oh, okay. Temporary amnesia. Right, sounds like a CSI story.
Exactly, and such a foreign concept for us here. But yeah, that's how she opens the book. And then she goes into the book. So basically this book, A Web of Lies, as the title says, it's your typical story that has always been happened. It didn't start now. It was even happening back in the old age, but no one would talk about it. So we've got the whole, early marriages in the village. Your typical story whereby the owner of the grocery store and guys, he's got a business. So he has choices because he's got money.
You got options.
It's options, that's the word I was looking for.
Got options.
And then so the parents can't even say no because they also want the goodies that it brings. So you find this young lady, she's married off at a very young age. But the way she writes this book, it's like your typical movie. I was even thinking of Tyler Perry, whereby you've got the flashback, then you've got the current scene, then you've got another scene happening in another chapter with different characters, which is very interesting.
Right. It's very rich storytelling. Okay, so this girl gets married off because her family, of course, like things. Like most families do, and they can't afford the things. But what are some of the themes that she touches on in this book?
So she's also talking about, in terms of the themes, family secrets, which people think is good to sweep things under the carpet, but it's then detrimental to all the stakeholders involved. So she's also talking about family reunions, because there's in one scene whereby the father left off to work in another country, but then he started another family. We all know this story. So there will be half brothers in another country, and they reunite. But there's always someone who didn't want this reunion. There's also talk about rape, because you find that in this young man who married this young bride went on to rape his own child.
Oh, no.
And there was a product of that rape, a child, who was then passed off to be raised by the aunt, my guru. So that's why I'm saying this is a typical, it happens, and it used to happen, but people just didn't talk about it.
Right.
Yes.
Who's reading this, Audrey?
Everyone should read this book, from your teenagers, parents, even the older people, everyone should read this and just realize the effects that happen when things are swept under the carpet. When they then rise to the surface, it always leaves a trail of havoc.
Where are we finding it?
This book is available in Innovate bookstores, not yet on Amazon. I have to look at you. And then also direct from the author. She's all over on social media. Yvonne Ndove. Yeah, she likes to call herself the next author. Yeah, so you can...
love it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you need to get your hands on this one. Before I let you go, Audrey, we were having a conversation with Tich a little bit earlier on about book piracy and how we, especially when we look at the textbook situation, what are some of the solutions that we possibly could look at to just alleviate this so that it's a win-win for everybody? It's not too expensive for the learners, but it also allows the industry to continue to publish and thrive.
All right. Yeah, this is a very topical subject. And I'll just give you an example. At my daughter's school, the grade 1, they do not allow pirate textbooks. And they're very clear to say we don't want that because if the law should come here, they'll arrest us, as in the school. So I think if this message is I think there's a law already in place, but then obviously the enforcement of it, and then also this awareness, like what you're doing with Teach, to just tell people that, you know what, when you buy a pirated copy, you're depriving the author, you're depriving the industry, and you're just perpetuating a generation of poverty, and we don't want that. We need to change the narrative for our people.
Now, one of the biggest issues then comes the cost. Some parents say they can't afford some of these books. That's why they end up photocopying. It's cheaper for them to photocopy. So how do we strike that balance that makes it a win-win, Kwesi?
So I'm not so sure about the cost to say, like, I know the grade 1s, they've got a set of books. Yes, they're expensive, and yes, we're looking at different sets of people. But I think it's just a matter of just taking your education seriously and then saving up for to buy those books. Yeah, because I know, money, yes, you've got $10, you need to buy Millimil, you need to buy a book, but there's always a plan around that.
Yeah.
And then maybe this is a call to other stakeholders who want to also donate the textbooks, donate to the printing companies that print the books so that they can reduce their printing costs.
Yeah, definitely. I miss the days when schools used to provide those books. Anyway, thanks, Audrey. We'll see you after Christmas. So Merry Christmas in advance.
Same to you and everyone here.
Christmas box.
Box. I saved it first. And
you said it to Tish, you didn't say it to me.
So I want my box.
No. I Christmas boxed you first.
Okay, I'll make a plan. And I'll give you books. I'll give you what I have.